Welcome back
to Pillow Chat.
I'm Georgie.
And I'm Emily.
It is World Mental Health Day, which means we are going to talk in this video about World Mental Health Day and also some really exciting projects that we've been working on.
So if you've checked out our Instagrams, you may have seen a stream of portraits that have been posted today. So one of the campaigns we did was we collated 14 social media influencers within the health and fitness world to share their story and help create awareness around mental health and what goes on behind the camera.
Yeah, I think we're going to link everyone's Instagram below. So go check out everyone's portrait. It's so different in very different ways.
Yeah. But
we all are united together, and we're all putting out this message that mental health is normal.
Yeah.
and people sort of behind the lens, behind the filters, suffer from it.
And it really, I think it surprised us all in actually how challenging and emotional producing the project was, and how we all reacted in front of the camera.
Definitely.
Feeling a lot more vulnerable, I think, because of the topic behind it. And
every single one of those 14 girls, including Emily and I, got a little bit choked because, you know, it was very emotional, put it that way.
It was very challenging, actually.
Very challenging.
It is all to help, again, reduce the stigma, create awareness, because the other topic that we're going to be talking about today is the fact that even though the stigma is being reduced and there is more awareness around it, why do we still lie? Why do we still feel weird?
Yeah, why do we cover the fact that we're not well, we're not okay, we're being tortured by our own thoughts?
Because it's something that most of us will suffer from at some point, or know someone who will, and you know, it is normal, it's something that you can recover from, it's something that can spring back. It's like having a cold or a virus, and there shouldn't be any rejection. And I think that there would perhaps be less cases and it would get less severe if there was intervention earlier, if there was more care around, you know, mental health topics rather.
Yeah. And going back to the girls, did you find it really interesting? You know, each one has suffered in their own way, whether it's mild or major, each one has had their own story. I found it really interesting how sort of vulnerable they were in sharing their stories. That shouldn't be the case. We should all talk like me and you do.
Yeah, I mean, because we've both suffered from things. Have you had times where you have felt like you needed to lie about what you've suffered from?
There's been many a times that I've lied about, you know, being perfectly fine or not suffering, or, you know, if there's something that I want, or someone new that I'm meeting and I want to create a good impression, I haven't told them the whole truth. And I'm sad
that that's the case.
And what about you? Have you?
Yeah, no, I have. I lied to probably change my circumstances and get a job. I lied to when I made new friends. I wanted to redefine myself, and I blocked it out for quite a while, and it's only now that I'm really ready to talk about it and help people and accept that that was a part of me. That's hit the nail on the head, because I used to say to people who did know my history, and they'd ask me, why haven't you told this person? Why haven't you? And I said, because I want to leave. That's my past. This is my present. They're two totally different times in my lives. But actually, it is a part of me, and it will always be like it's a part of you. So why not talk about it with the people that you're closest to? Because I very much felt for a long time that people would judge me if they knew that, and it would change how they were around me, and it would change the relationship that I was able to have with that person. Did you ever think that people wouldn't like you as much because you were mentally unwell or had been? 100%. I think that even though the stigma is being reduced, there is a natural human tendency to be a bit scared about it and shocked about it, and see the vulnerability as weak, and it's not. You shouldn't be seen as weak. What I find hard is when telling people, and you can just tell their face is just like, they're just a bit like, oh, she's a bit weird, you know? But it should not be like that. It should be, you know, worldly accepted and worldly looked upon as something that's very, very normal. Yeah.
But I also think, as much as it is to do with other people's reactions, it's to do with your own insecurities, that people aren't going to like you if you share it.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to grow as the person that I could be, rather than people who knew me.
Yeah, you want to be a new person.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be a part of you.
No, completely.
And you've learnt so many skills, and it sounds silly, from being unwell, and so many
coping
strengths within yourself, within your mind, that other people that haven't suffered don't have.
Like when you, I think in a lot of workplaces, there is still the tendency to have to lie about your mental state to get somewhere in your career. Like, have you found that you've lied?
Where did this pressure come from, that to be successful you had to be totally okay?
Yeah.
Where has that come from?
Exactly.
Like, being a personal trainer has been tough.
Yeah,
and I didn't tell anyone about anything.
Because I was going to say, I think with the girls that are involved in the campaign as well, the fact that they're in the health and fitness industries, you do have to be careful, I think, like as a personal trainer.
Definitely. You don't want to be seen as hypocrites.
Yeah, with clients maybe not come to you if they knew you'd suffered, but at the same time,
it means you understand more.
Exactly.
It's emotional intelligence. Yeah. That's what it's called. It's emotional intelligence. It shouldn't be a big deal. You should just talk about it. It's fine. Like, yes, I was really unwell for a couple of years. I'm so much better. I'm recovered now. Yeah. But, you know, I'm strong enough to get over that. I got over the biggest hurdle in my life. So did you. And people, if they're not going to like that, or if they're going to find it weird, then you shouldn't be hanging around with them. People that are seen as the most healthy, happy, sprightly people on the planet have real insecurities, and every single one of those 14 girls, you can vouch for this, you were there too, was struggling.
There was a lot of
inner thoughts, self-criticism. It was amazing.
They really all needed to support each other that day. There was a lot of tears and, you know, like, it really all comes out, and it was quite special actually to, witness all that. And I really hope that the campaign hits home to a lot of people and helps, because that is the purpose of it, as much as it helped people involved as well, more than I thought it would, I think.
Yeah, and every single girl came out of that room after being supported by like-minded people who had been through similar things on top of the world. Yeah. This campaign is just the start. Yeah. And this is generally what Pillow Chats is about, although we're going to have some upbeat, funny, girly videos. It's about a community of people and a place of support.
You know, this is about you as well, and how it can help you. And
this is why we want all the topic suggestions from you guys to you know, so we can talk, we can help in some way or another, or just create a platform where you can listen to something and people that get it, people that understand.
Exactly, because we've been loving the feedback so far and the messages, amazing. So hopefully we can keep on going with that.
Number one is tell your friends.
Yeah.
I think if you're at school, if you're at uni, if you're working, tell your closest friends, and 99.9% of the time they are going to be so understanding, so caring. There's nothing, I know it's a really brave thing to open up with something that you've never shared before.
Normalise therapy or mentoring or having a coach, because
I think everyone should have a therapist.
Yeah.
Ill or not.
I think, like, having been through a lot of therapy, it infuriated me slightly, having it and thinking every single teenager and person growing up and human would take away value from having a therapist, a coach, a mentor, whatever it is. It does not make you abnormal.
It doesn't make you weak.
It strengthens you.
It's an outlet. It's away from your bubble of your life, and you can step out of your bubble and rant at this, like, all I do is rant at this person for an hour about my life. Yeah. Whether it's, you know, I was in a queue in Sainsbury's and I hated it. It's literally, you can just literally rant about your day, and it's taking that load off, I think. It's amazing.
How you actually deal and cope with your insecurities and with things that stress you out in life, because we all have them. Yeah. And actually learning how to deal with them early on.
Yeah, learning the tools.
Yeah. Improves your emotional intelligence and your ability to, like, you know, achieve goals and get places.
And number three, I would say is if you're really struggling with something specific like depression, anxiety and eating disorder, you're feeling really down, is find like-minded people.
Yeah.
It is so refreshing.
I think at times, I mean, through recovery and things, maybe it's not helpful having someone who's at the same stage as you and actually being around people who
This is maybe for people more who've recovered a bit more.
So point 4 could be actually that when you're ill or suffering from whatever it is, whether it's like stress, chronic stress to depression or really bad addiction, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be permanent. It is something you can recover from, and that's why it shouldn't be a stigma around it, because, you know, you get a virus, you get, you know, a cold and you recover. You know, you might have bad immunity. If like you can recover from a mental illness and learn to manage it and cope with it and stay strong. So the last point I'd probably make is slightly controversial, and it's the fact that a really high percentage of people now are being prescribed antidepressants, and that's going to a medical professional and maybe not getting the help that you need to cure the depression, and it's putting a plaster on it. And I was on antidepressants and I probably needed them at one stage. But if you're taking them, it's not a weakness, but be working on why you're on them. Don't just become dependent on them.
I think our main message for this video is that suffering from mental health issues or having a mental illness does not make you weak. It does not make you less of a person.
You are okay.
See it as like Emily said, a virus that you can get rid of and you will get rid of. You are strong enough.
And it makes you stronger actually going through something and recovering, and you're not alone, and you can talk about it and you can get help for it. That it's World Mental Health Day, and that is the message. So let's help reduce the stigma.
If you share your story with us, we'd love to hear in the comments your story. If you need any help, we're here. Please go look at the portraits.
Yes, please.
Because it's so important to us, and share if it means something to you.
And we hope this has helped you, and that it's a message that you can perhaps relate to and feel passionate about, and we really do. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Give us a share, a like, and tune back in next week.
Bye! Bye!